So I've procured a Smokey Joe Premium, which is what folks recommended. That's the one with the vents on the side and this little handle. And then I also picked up one of these tamale pots from Walmart. I ordered it online. I believe it was like 25 bucks. When I received it, it is relatively thin material, but it fit the parts perfectly. You can see inside here maybe the grate just slides in there really well. So last night I went ahead and marked out all the holes on the bottom of this pot that I want to drill out. I marked 2 holes here on the side. One is for my Oklahoma Joe's thermometer that I'm going to mount on the front. The other is one of 3 holes that I marked equal distant around for putting in the bolts that will hold the second grill grate. So I noticed when other folks had drilled their tamale pot, the holes came out pretty rough. So I got one of these step bits. I'm hoping that it will maybe make a cleaner hole. I'm not really sure, particularly for the larger holes, this one here, than the holes that I'm going to drill on the bottom. I also have just a regular set of drill bits, a metal ruler just in case I need to do any more marking. Obviously a drill. I've also got a drill press here in the shop that I may try to use as well. I don't know, it depends on how tricky it is to get this pot underneath the press. I bought a pack of stainless steel bolts from Home Depot. And then I've got, I picked up some cap nuts, some stainless cap nuts as well from Home Depot, and I'll show you what I plan to do with these later in the video. I think that's about it. You know, I've got a screwdriver and stuff for assembling the hardware, but other than that, it should be a pretty straightforward build, so stick along and I'll keep you updated as I work through the process. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and drill out some of the holes on the bottom. I think it'll allow me to try out some of my different drilling methods to see what works best, and you know, the bottom no one will really see anyhow, so if it doesn't turn out perfect, that's okay. That looks pretty nice and clean. Okay, I just finished drilling all my holes, and you know, it's not perfect, but I'd say that step drill bit did a pretty nice job. I don't know if you can kind of see, but it's the bottom's not too terribly dented. I did have to drill them on the back side just to get the aluminum shards kind of cleared out. You might also see on here I have 3 red dots. Those 3 red dots, I'm planning to just drill a hole in each one of those spots and put a bolt, a short bolt inside there, and I'll have my Terracotta diffuser sitting in the bottom on top of those 3 bolts. Some people's designs, they had bolts on the sides, but from what people said, they can tend to bend or sag a little bit. So I figured maybe I'll just try putting them directly on the bottom here. Alright, so now I've got all my holes drilled. This larger hole here is for my thermostat. And then all these 3 smaller holes each need a bolt and a nut. I think I'm going to put on some small washers as well, just on the outside. I don't know, maybe give it a little bit more surface area so it doesn't bend in the side wall of the pot. So I'm going to go ahead and do some quick assembly. These stainless bolts that I'm using here, they are 1/2 inch, roughly 1/2 inch, so. Alright, so I've got these 3 bolts put here on the side, and hopefully that's where this guy will sit. And that is pretty slick. Sits in there nicely. Alright, now I'm just going to put these 3/4 inch stainless bolts in the bottom here, and this will be what the terracotta flower pot base will sit on top of, and that will just keep it elevated off this the bottom of the pot here. I'm sure this is just extra, but I'm going to use these stainless cap nuts on top of these bottom bolts just to have a nice surface for that terracotta diffuser to sit on top of. I think the final step is to put a little handle extension here off the lid so I can more easily adjust the temperature. And unless I decide to make any more upgrades, I think that's pretty much about it. So I'll go ahead and do that and give you a full tour of it when I'm finished. This is for sure a little bit over the top, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a solid rod that had a bit more of a polished look instead of using threaded rod. And I have a friend, Neil, that gave me this really nice tap and die set, so I'm going to go ahead and thread this rod. Well, that's pretty much it. I got everything assembled in an evening, and I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. I'm looking forward to smoking my first meat in here, hopefully this weekend. And there are a few extra things that I'd like to add. I've got a friend that welds, and I'd like to make a little charcoal basket to hold the charcoal in here. I haven't come up with something fun to put on the end of the handle here, but I don't know, maybe somebody will come up with something fun, or I'll dream something up, or maybe you'll recommend something for me. But yeah, anyhow, hopefully you found that video helpful. I learned a lot from watching other people's videos on building one of these, and I'm looking forward to learning how to use it. Thanks for watching.